What's going on, guys? It's your boy Data Reacts TV here, back again with another story video. This time, it's the dream video. Yeah, guys, I told you guys I was gonna do it on this channel, not on Data Reacts Gaming, because I told that long dang dream, and Flames love that dream. Ain't that right, Flames?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a sequel to that dream. So be prepared for a long, good adventure with me, a certain person I'm not going to mention. I'm just going to say her name is A. And all the characters I put in this world with more and more. All right. So sit down, relax. And right now I'm going to send Flames the video, that dream video I had. But I'll tell you a little recap of that dream, you know. Flames, you want to give him a little recap though?
Which one?
Dream, the one with me and I'm pretty sure you remember a lot.
I'm trying to remember it. If
Well, let me just
I think I forgot what it was.
basically the whole premise was for me not to get taken by the Fire Nation. I confront the Fire Lord.
Now I remember it.
Aang comes and saves me. Aang takes away the Fire Lord's bending, and then I come home. That's basically one of the recaps. Sorry, it's not really a recap, but I just want to. Flames basically forgot the whole dang thing.
Hey,
I
I
thought you
can't
were gonna.
help it.
I know, I know. I'm sending you the video so you can put the link into the description when we're done.
I will.
Okay, there it is. Also, guys, if you guys haven't yet subscribed to my other two channels, Daily Reacts Gaming and Daily Reacts the podcast, those will be in the link in the description, including my podcast on Spotify or wherever you listen to. Go look up Daily Reacts the podcast. Podcast, Spotify, All Heartless Radio, anywhere where you can listen to podcasts, but it mostly be on Spotify. The link in the description. Okay. So here we go. Let's just get it started. Basically, and yeah, it's kind
I can't hear you, bud.
sorry. You ready, Flames?
Yeah.
All right. It all started where I was watching some Berlizzi and Angel Alex. No, person A as well. Anyways, A and Berlizzi. Anyways, I laid down, I fell asleep. And I woke up in Jimmy's lap. Okay. Now, I don't know what to think. I was like, why am I back here? What the heck is going on? So everyone was there. Alex O'Connell from the Mummies, the Turtles, Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, Aang, Katara, Sokka, and Toph. Then Jimmy Neutron, Danny, you might know him as Danny Fenton, aka Danny Phantom. And of course, Ben Tennyson. Now, the reason why Ben 10 was not mentioned in the first dream because he couldn't make it in that dream. I don't know why, but I guess he couldn't make it. Like, I think he was busy fighting aliens, which Flames you would understand, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, Jimmy's like, Bodhi, we need your help. And I was like, for what? And they showed me the computer Jimmy opened his computer, and it was that big computer he had in the show. If you guys haven't watched Jimmy Neutron, go and watch it. It's a good show. Anyways, Jimmy opens and turns on his computer. Zombies are in every one of their dimensions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zombies in the Ninja Turtles world, 2012, and Jimmy Neutrons, Danny Phantoms, all of their dimensions practically, because of, they told me it's because of the cough and their worlds. So, sorry, I'm trying to enjoy my food and talk.
No, you're fine, pal.
Anyways, Jimmy told me it all started when the pandemic started, right? And when the pandemic started, that's when bad things started happening. I'm like, that's happening in my world too. So they're like, so you need a second person. I thought the one person in my head, and that's A. Now, A is a gamer like me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about me on a stream a little bit, heard that I was sick. Yeah, guys, I'm sick, by the way. And I'm getting tested for again to see if I have it or not. By the way, forgot to say it. Anyways, Aaron, can you hear? I mean, Flames, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know people in the comments are gonna be like, "Why is he eating?" I'm hungry. Okay. I basically slept the whole dang day because I had to go to school for the entire week.
Ha.
Yeah. Anyways, you want to add anything on the thing you want to say?
No, I'm good.
Before I stream? Anyways, Jimmy tells me we're bringing her in. So Jimmy had this big portal thing. If you guys don't know, from Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, if you guys haven't watched that, I have, and I actually ranked it in the Butch Hartman ranking. An old Daily Reacts video. Can you believe that, Flames? It's an old Daily Reacts video. Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Ay, ay, ay.
What? What was that for?
Nothing.
It was an old Daily Reacts video.
I know. I was kidding.
Anyways, he opens the portal and there she jumped out, literally scared. And I had to explain to her, whoa, calm down. And she's like, who are you? I'm like, you might know me as Daily Reacts, but my real name is Bodhi. I'm not going to tell you guys my last name yet because I'm not ready to tell you guys that yet, you know? But she looked at me like, oh, right, because I watched her videos. I'm like, ding, ding, ding. So she freaked out because she saw the turtle. She freaked out because she saw Danny and all of them. Then she fainted. Yeah, she fainted.
Oh, my.
So recently she woke up right next to me. I had to explain to her what happened the first time I went to this world. Because you guys didn't know, I was actually stuck there before. Because of the struggles I had with Gala and all that. So, good life lessons on that, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, she asked me, why did you come back here? I'm like, well, I was actually dragged back here because they need my help. Was what? And Jimmy showed her the zombie. And Jimmy's like, we have to do everything we can to stop the zombie apocalypse. And it turns out it was Jimmy's villain, Jimmy Neutron's villain, that tiny midget scientist. I don't know his name. So I'm just going to call him Tiny Midget Scientist. Sorry. Couldn't come up with a better name for him. Flames is laughing in the background, I can tell.
No, I'm not.
You are, I could tell, bud.
No, I'm just being silent.
You know. You gotta ask some questions, by the way.
I know.
Anyways, so Jimmy said he's working on a cure, but the best thing we can do is go to the Turtles world. I'm like, sweet, I'm going to the Turtles world. This is going to be awesome for me because you guys know I always wanted to go to the 2012 Turtles because the only dimensions I've been going to was Danny's, Aang's, Jimmy's, and our world. So that's 4 worlds we went on. Now Alex's, technically Danny went there and I didn't go with him because you guys don't remember I went to Jimmy's world. But Alex's world I didn't go to. The Turtles' world. What other world did I not go? Ben's world as well. Ben's world I didn't go to either. And Kim. Oh yeah, I forgot Kim was there. I didn't go to Kim's world either. And Kim came up to me and asked me, tell us all you know about the dead. I'm like, I don't know that much. I just started playing The Walking Dead recently on my channel. And they all looked at me like, what? I'm like, yeah, I just saw, a bunch of my friends requested me to play The Walking Dead, not Flames. He didn't request me to play it. He didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about it. Like, literally, I didn't know anything about Walking Dead, but it's a story for another day. Anyways, Danny tells me, okay, what can we do to stop it? I'm like, well, we can't kill them if you're civilians and you want to save them. And Danny's like, yeah, I know. Jimmy's working on a cure, and so is Donnie. And Donnie's like, okay, we got to do everything we can. All of a sudden, zombies started bashing on Jimmy's lab door. And Danny's like, okay, we got to get out of here now. And basically, Danny's like, okay, we got to go to my world and go get Sam and Tucker, who's still there, locked themselves in my house. I'm like, I'll go with you then, because I never met Sam and Tucker in person, which is awesome. And Flames love Tucker and Sam.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'll go with you, and then I'll meet them. We'll meet them at the Turtles world. Leo's like, I'm coming with you. A's like, what about you, Bodhi? I can't leave you alone. I'm like, listen, A, let me go, and you go with the others. I dealt with this before. Trust me. So we jumped into the portal, and we went to Danny's world. Whole place is crowded with zombies. I don't know why. Then I see Maddie and Jack Fenton as zombies, you know, Danny's parents. Anyways, Danny's whole house was crowded with zombies. Whole place, Amity Park, zombies everywhere. I told Danny, how is this possible? This looks like the smallest town ever. He's like, believe me, it's not small. I believed him. Anyways, Danny phased us into the Fenton house. And we see Sam and Tucker right there, like Danny and Dan. Well, Sam and Danny did kiss because, you know, they're a couple. And Danny's like, Sam, Tucker, meet Bodhi. He's the creator of our worlds. Hi, Bodhi. How you doing? I'm like, well, it would have been great to come back if there weren't zombies out there. She's like, I know. Why'd you bring him back? And he's like, he's the only one who knows how to work our world. Remember, he's the one who created our worlds, which is true. Even as Flames, I made the worlds the way they are. Even ask Flames how hard I worked on their worlds to make them look exactly the way they look. Like, Flames, tell them how hard I worked on this world.
You worked a lot.
Hang on.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Okay. That burger's good. I'm gonna take a break from the burger and fries for a little bit and tell the story. Maybe just one more fry. That'll be done. Anyways, mm, okay. That's the last fry, I promise. Then Danny was working on. Leo was like, okay, Bodie and I will go look in your room, Danny, to see if we can find something to make the cure with, because Jimmy said he needs a certain item to make the cure. So Leo and I went upstairs. Danny is downstairs looking at his dad's stuff, seeing they can find stuff to stop the zombies from coming and stop making zombies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when Leo and I were looking, Leo looked at me. He's like, "You have feelings for her, don't you?" I'm like, "What, Leo?" And he's like, "Hey, I can tell the way you look at her." I'm like, "How can you tell, Leo? I'm the leader. I know." And it was the Seth Green voice from 2012 Ninja Turtles. If you guys didn't know. Anyways, he was like, "Bodie, I'm not stupid. I'm a leader of three brothers. I can tell when Donnie's looking at April on that." And I'm like, "True." And it's like, "Tell her how you feel, and then it'll be over with." I'm like, "Okay." Anyways, zombies showed up and smashed through the window. Leo sliced his arm, the zombie's arm. I'm like, "Leo, we're not supposed to kill them." He's like, "Well, what do you expect me to do?" And I'm like, "Wait, Leo, let me look at your arm." I looked at his arm. He was bitten, guys. Bitten. Leo and I ran downstairs and told Danny, and Danny's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Leo's been bitten." And he's like, "Yeah, I feel so weird all of a sudden." So Danny's like, "Okay, I found the stuff that Jimmy needs. Let's head to Leo's world." We hopped there. Jimmy and them was like, "It's about dang time. What is going on?" And I'm like, well, we did find the stuff, and also Leo's been bitten." And they're like, "What?"
Can't hear you, pal.
I'm off in my comic. Oh.
There you go.
What'd you miss so far?
I don't know.
We come back to the turtles' world, and they're like, "What's been going on? What's happening? You guys find it?" And they're like, "I'm like, yeah, we found it." And also,
And his screen froze again. There we go. Now I can hear you. I don't hear you, pal.
Leo's like, "Let me
There you go.
out, eat some brains. I want to bite someone." And I'm like, "That's not good for Leo." Mikey was too scared to eat his pizza, sadly.
Ay, ay, ay.
He literally had a pizza and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not hungry anymore." Normally, Mikey's never like
Michelangelo, why?
that. But he was scared for his brother, and that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Leo's like, "You know what, Bodie? I'll tell her." Bodie has feelings for her. A looked at me. I'm like, "Dude." And he's like, "Well, someone had to tell her." I'm like, I walked out of that room all the way to the living room. Raph runs after me and he asked me, "Is it true?" I'm like, "What it looks like? What if it looked like to you?" He's like, "Well, I haven't seen you get over Gayla since then." I'm like, "Dude, I've been over her since last time." He's like, "Yeah, I know. But if you really do like A, go confront her and tell her." And I looked at her and I'm like, I'm scared to. This last time, guys, I ever told anyone my feelings, I've been rejected way too many times.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, guys, I'm so hungry, okay? I'm eating, whether you like it or not.
He's starving, I can tell you that much.
Anyways, guys, I went back in there. A looked at me and I looked at her. Then Leo went full on zombie, and Jimmy's like, "Okay, I'm working on the antidote right now." Like typing in Donnie's computer, and Donnie's like, "Okay, we have a one-time thing. Literally a one-time thing." All of a sudden, zombies were coming down from the sewers, and Donnie literally had to slam those things they had at their lair, and they
Yeah.
had those doors where Donnie's lab was. We literally had to lock ourselves in there.
Oh, wow.
Doing so, Donnie got bit now too.
Ooh.
And I'm like, "Donnie, you got bit." And he's like, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." And Jimmy's like, "Get him in a cage now before he bites anyone else." Literally, we locked Donnie up, It wasn't cool. Donnie and Leo were both zombies. Jimmy said, in 24 hours, Donnie and Leo will be zombies forever, and we can't let that happen. And this antidote will not be made. So I stepped up and said, "I'll do it." And he's like, "Bodhi, don't. You're not a scientist." I'm like, "I know I'm not. My only shot is to save them." With me ever since I was 9. All of you guys. I want to give my chance to save them. Which I think Flames will agree with me if I do this, because I can't let the worlds I made and the characters I grew up watching turn into zombies and not do anything about it. Something in me wanted me to save them, just like something in me wanted to go with Toph, Metal Ben, the blimp,
Mm-hmm.
Zuko literally put a fire in the lab so we can all be warm, and I was helping Jimmy. And Alex was jumping, keeping watch. All of a sudden, bang, bang, bang. And Donnie's like, not Donnie. Raph like, "Oh, that's great." So Jimmy's like, "I think this is the antidote. Bodhi, I need you to put the needle in Leo and Donnie right now." I'm like, "A needle? Wouldn't that hurt?" And they're like, "Do it." So I ran, stabbed Donnie first, put the antidote in him, and I stabbed Leo and put the antidote in him. It sounded a little painful when they were changing back, but they were back, and they're like, "Oh, what happened?" I'm like, "They're back." And they're like, "Yeah." Finally, Jimmy Neutron's villain is like, "Hello, Jimmy Neutron, Danny Phantom, Ninja Turtles." All of them, including saying Bodhi, and a welcome to my zombie apocalypse, where I'm working with a jerk, Bodhi. And by the way, there's someone in there with you that's betraying you. I'm like, "What? Who?" Found out Ben Tennyson was not Ben Tennyson. He was the red jacket, gray haired Ben Tennyson.
I'm Albedo, that's his name.
Yeah, Albedo. He transformed to Jet Ray and took A. I'm like, "No!" Literally ran after her, but the zombies were there. I literally had to run back in there. Donnie had to literally attach them back in. I was bawling, guys. I was literally like, "No. No." The turtles and them had to calm me down. And I was so mad, guys. I was like Nathan Drake in Uncharted 4 when the dude who was trying to get the treasure tried to kill Nathan and Sam on that boat. That's how mad I was. So I got up and said, "Find him." And Jimmy's like, "Bodhi." I said, "Find her now, Jimmy." He's like, "Well, does she have anything?" I'm like, "She does have her phone, maybe." He's like, "That's it." Because they might have destroyed her phone, right, guys? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they still track where her signal was when she was flying with, what's his name again? I forgot. It's been a while since I
Albedo.
watched Ben.
I think that's his name.
Tell me in the comments below if I'm saying it wrong, guys. But
Because I remember watching Omniverse as a kid, and that's who and Albedo was on it.
mm-hmm. Hang on. Sorry.
No, you're fine, pal.
And I'm like, okay, I gotta do this. Jimmy found her in Jimmy's world. Get this, in the ice cream place they went to in the show. So I said, Jimmy, Raph, Danny, and Alex, you go with me. Katara, Aang, Mikey, and Donnie, you go and you.
They can't hear ya.
Who was left? I forgot.
Hmm?
Who was left? Oh yeah. So
Hmm.
we all split up. I didn't. Oh yeah, Kim and Ron and all the rest of Team Avatar went to Avatar's world and Kim and Danny's world, so they can, like half of Team Avatar with Kim went to Kim's world and Danny's world because they're on the same world that I made it into, and the other half of Sokka, Zuko went to Team Avatar's dimension. So we all went. I landed on my feet finally, guys, on hopping through the dimensions. Yes, I didn't land on my butt these times. That's the burger. Dang. So I went to the ice cream parlor and I said, Danny, you're going with me. Jimmy and Raph, keep the zombies distracted and turn them back. Jimmy says, good luck, Bodhi. I'm like, thanks. And that's when Raph tells me, he's like, when you're done, tell her how you feel. I'm like, this is not the time. He's like, every time is the right time. What, Flames?
Nothing.
You were laughing, weren't you?
No.
Were you sniffing because you were crying?
No. Not laughing or crying.
Sounds like you were.
No.
Can you believe this, though? This is a good dream.
It
It's
is.
Is it better than the first one or not?
Mm-hmm.
So I went in there. Jimmy Neutron's villain is there. He's like, hello, Bodhi. Danny Phantom. You haven't met my boss yet. I'm pretty sure you haven't met him, Bodhi. And guess who it is?
Albedo.
Uh-uh. Well, it was him too, but it was Gabe from my old school there, who shot Jimmy's bad guy in the head and killed him.
No.
And I'm like, Gabe, this is what you're doing to me? He's like, well, someone caught up with this useless of a world. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, please, Bodhi. I already knew you were making comics of a cinematic universe of all the cartoon characters we grew up with. But come on, man. This is the best you can come up with? Literally? I'm like, what the heck is that supposed to mean? He's like, I heard you were down here before in these worlds before. But let me just explain. So we explained this whole backstory, right? Then I figured out I was in all their worlds before, helping Aang fight the Fire Lord, take away his bending. Then he heard that I've been making this world ever since I was, get this, I was 16 at the time when I made the cinematic universe, guys. But now I'm 18. So, get that. Anyways, A's like, Bodhi, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then he's like, "Oh, I heard about her. I seen her videos. I seen the way you talk to her. I see the way you look at her. It's kind of obvious, Bodie." I'm like, "What do you want from me?" He's like,
Oh no.
"What for you is to end you. Because after I'm done with you, our dimension is next for zombies." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Why else would the pandemic exist? It's all because of me." I'm like, "How could you do this?" He's like, "Did you really believe that I would believe in you to make worlds for hundreds of cartoons that you grew up with? Did you really believe that I would just be your friend and let you do all the things you do? No, I used you." And Danny's like, "You're not a cool person." He's like, "Neither are you, Danny. You're working with an idiotic person."
Ooh.
And I said, "You're wrong. I had a wild imagination, Gabe. And what I came up with made me happy, even as Flames, even as Scala, even as everyone I know. Making these worlds is what made me happy."
Well, maybe not Gala.
True. But Olivia did too. Well, no,
Yeah.
Clown, I meant. Clown, sorry. And he's like, "Yeah, right." And he tries to shoot me. Danny goes ghost, right? He hits him with his beam ray. I go up, get A out of there, and I'm like, go with Jimmy and them. She's like, "What about you?" I'm like, "I'm fine." And she's like, "Can I just tell you something real quick?" I'm like, "What?" And she confessed to everything with us, her feelings with me. And surprisingly, I'm not going to go to too much spoilers, like too much into it, but she kissed me. But then after that, I told her, "Go." So after that, I was fighting Gabe the best I can. Then all of a sudden, the portal goes down. Donnie's like, "You might need his um, staff." I'm like, "Yeah, I haven't learned to use it." So I did it like Donatello, and it looked dope, guys. It was literally like how Donatello does it. You know, it was awesome. Flames,
Hmm.
you're gonna imagine. It was awesome. Isn't it cool that I'm doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Flames.
It
And
is.
I whacked Game and whacked him and whacked him and whacked him. He's like, "Stop it, jeez." I'm like, "Good." So Jimmy gives me the gun. He's like, "Shoot him, send him back so he doesn't remember any of this world." I'm like, "Proud to." So I turn on the gun, pointed it at him, and I'm like, "Hey, Gabe." He's like, "What?" "You can go screw yourself." Boom. Send him back home where he was. So he
Oof.
doesn't remember anything about this world. Doing so, all the zombies were gone. Everyone was turned back to normal. Like everyone. And every other of the characters were shooting their, boom, boom, gas so they can turn back, you know? And finally, A and I were hugging, and Jimmy comes up to us and he's like, "I'm sorry about this, A, but I have to erase your memory about you coming to our world." And I'm like, "Wait, isn't there a way we can keep her memories?" He's like, "No. Once she wakes up, she won't remember a thing. She won't even remember convincing her feelings to you." She's like, "Hey, it's okay. I'm fine. Just next time, find me, okay?" I said, "Okay." So Jimmy sent her back. She's like, "Bye, Bodie." And I'm like, "Bye." And they sent her back. After that, they all looked at me and they're like, "We're sorry, Bodie. We had no choice." I'm like, "I understand." Danny and all of them gave me a hug. And Jimmy's like, "Are you ready to go home?" I'm like, "Are you going to wipe my memory too?" And they're like, "No, we can't wipe your memory because you're the reason why our world's alive. If we erase your memory, then we won't, like, our worlds will be, destroyed." I'm like, "Okay." They shoot the portal gun. I said all my goodbyes to everyone. Danny's like, "Hey, good luck." I said, "Thanks, Danny." And I jumped. and I woke up with 2 hearts from A, who is the person who was in the dream, and that was the end of the dream. Like, woke up and saw the hearts from her comments, and that was the end, guys. Whoo! That was the hardest thing to say. Like, literally, it was heartwarming, just like the first one. Tell me your thoughts, James.
That was very good.
Favorite part?
I would, I don't know. I think the part when, I forgot. The part when, was it was it when you blasted the person back to their dimension? That's fun. That was cool.
Yeah. So, guys, these dreams taught me really good lessons, and it was a good story, good romance, and it's good to meet all the other characters I put in. But it was cool to go back to that world and relive it.
Mm-hmm.
Flames, what is one lesson you learned from that dream?
I don't know. I'd have to say probably don't give up.
Yep. This was the reason I really wanted to tell you guys this dream because, like the first one, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. So this is why, I finally told you guys. You know, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Like I said, the video of the first dream video will be in the link in the description. It wouldn't have my face on it though, but if you guys want me to retell it, I will retell it in a future video. If you're down for that, Flames.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure to smack that like button, also push the red button, which is subscribe. Turn on your notifications to be notified of the video I make. Also subscribe to Pixel Gamer 06, Angel Alex, Angel Fox the Fallen Fox, the Morosis Bros, and Flame Ultra Gaming. They need more subs like me. Also subscribe to my gaming channel, Daily Reacts Gaming and Daily Reacts TV. Well, we're on Daily. No, Daily Reacts the podcast channel, because we're gonna record for that one next soon tomorrow, guys. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think we're gonna start watching Wallace and Gromit tomorrow. I can watch it on my phone and look for a movie website, Wallace and Gromit the Were Rabbit, if you're down for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for enjoying this video, guys, enjoying the stories. I hope you guys can hear more of the stories, because the next story I will tell is how I fell in love with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this is going to be premiering, guys, so,
Mm-hmm.
But until next time, me, Daily Reacts, peace out.
Bye. See ya.